Israel has defended its extraordinary decision to strike a building in Gaza housing two of the world's most influential news organisations. This is the scene in Gaza after it was pummeled for a sixth straight night by Israeli forces as Hamas militants fired hundreds more rockets into Israeli cities. Emotions are also running high around the world, triggering dozens of mostly pro-Palestinian rallies in major cities, some turning violent. But as global powers desperately work towards a ceasefire, it's once again innocent people, including 43 children, who are dying. And a warning, some of the pictures in this story are confronting.
With absolute precision, Israeli airstrikes hit their mark. And the building that was the world's eyes into Gaza comes crashing down. The journalists who'd worked here in the bureaus of Associated Press and Al Jazeera were given an hour's warning by Israel and scrambled to evacuate. But as the deadline approached, begged for more time. We have a lot of equipment, says this journalist on the phone to the Israeli Defence Force. Our cameras give me 15 minutes. The building's owner tries too, but with no success. The tower is levelled.
We're shocked and horrified. They long knew that AP's bureau was there, and they targeted it. The world will know less about what's going on in Gaza because of what happened today.
Israel insists the building housed Hamas weapons developers who were using the news organisations as shields.
Why you don't hear of casualties from these collapsing terror towers? Because we take special care to avoid these civilian casualties, exactly the opposite of Hamas.
But in a Gaza hospital today, a reminder of that civilian toll. Omar is 6 months old. He has a broken leg and bruising after surviving an Israeli airstrike on a refugee camp. In the rubble, his mother, 4 siblings, 4 cousins and an aunt were all found dead. His father, who wasn't home, is all Omar has left. There were no rockets there, just women and children celebrating Eid, he says. What have they done to deserve this? But the weapons are being fired from both sides. Overnight, Hamas unleashed another 300 rockets, sparking panic on Israeli beaches and chaos in neighbourhoods where they landed. Here, a man in his 50s was killed.
We will continue to respond forcefully until the security of our people is reinstated and restored.
Around the world, demonstrations are being held in solidarity with the Palestinian people, sparking clashes with local police.
The loss of life on both sides is of great concern. As the Prime Minister said, Israel has a right to defend itself. But we are concerned by the escalation in the violence.
US President Joe Biden has phoned both sides, asserting Israel's right to self-defence, but pleading for de-escalation. The reverse appears to be happening, and the bodies are piling up. Nearly 150 Palestinians and 10 Israelis. The grief is only stirring more anger as a decades-old conflict threatens to explode into all-out war once again. Daniel Sutton for 10 News First.